Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Cardinals and the Broncos, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
We find ourselves in the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Denver Broncos. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
We go from Denver. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a guy who's moved around a bit in his career already. Out of the University of Texas, it's Colt McCoy.
This is a guy who's studied and learned the game since birth. The son of a coach, grew up in the game, understands how to motivate and how to maneuver the football downfield when given an opportunity under center.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping it air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Now McCoy. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on first and second down. And then on third down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. That's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by a man undrafted out of Boise State, the nephew of a Super Bowl MVP. It's Brett Rippon.
Brandon, I know he isn't at the status of some of the elite names in this league, but I do know he's an absolute fighter because he's heard all the criticism. He's read the articles that say he isn't good enough to be the starter, and he absolutely does not care. All he wants to do is prove every doubter wrong and show that he belongs in this spot.
Now Rippon on 1st and 10. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's Rippon. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So on 4th down, the Broncos send Corliss Waitman out to punt. Greg Dortch back deep.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. To throw on 2nd and 6, McCoy. And his throw is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's McCoy. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns last year. It's James Conner to the 43, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Sliding out of the pocket. And McCoy loses the football. No score after one on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a third down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Connor.
We tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Right back to Connor here on first. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That's complete to McBride. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On 1st and 10, McCoy looking sideline, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Now Connor on the toss left side. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. On the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. McCoy. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he can make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Now Andy Lee will come on to punt this one away. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw it is Rippon. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun is Rippon. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rippon, throw left side complete. That's Sutton. That one a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw on first down is Rippon. Over the middle, complete. It's Murray. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
Rippon trying to pick it up through the air. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy...
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, putting some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Rippon on 1st and 10. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively, and second down.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Rippon to pass. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now Rippon. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return, Dortch. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And some room to maneuver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. McCoy. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver. Throwing again. McCoy. This is caught. It's Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, down at the 31. Operating from the gun, McCoy able to get this one to McBride. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Goes right back to McBride. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. To throw again on 2nd down. McCoy, and it's caught. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Holding, offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits it. And a loose football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the 2nd half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the 2nd half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll give up the gut for Murray. Dances by him. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the gun, Rippon. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They'll convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll look to throw now on first down. His throw incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field and took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Up the middle, Murray. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st and 10 is Connor, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
They run behind center with Connor. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. They had to get it away from their end zone somewhat, but still a long way to go.
Had to start somewhere. That's probably the best outcome possible.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Now ripping. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. And that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Finding Sutton, and he'll be taken down after a gain of 8, and defensively they'll say you can have that.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Open man, and again it's Sutton.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense, obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say, it's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.